Hi, I'm Marney Ward, and I was invited to do a show of my floral watercolors here at this really beautiful chapel gallery. It's a relatively new gallery, and they wanted something to open on Easter morning that kind of showed the joy of spring, and they thought florals would be a really great thing. I said, yes, I'd love to do that, and worked out a combination of my paintings that seemed to fit in here. I loved the stained glass window and the light, the sort of ambience that it gave to the show. I paint only in watercolor, and I basically have two sizes, full sheet watercolors or half sheet watercolors. These are half sheets behind me, and the full sheets are all on another wall. And I paint flowers because I really love them and they really give me joy. So I really try and capture what I feel is the essence of the flower and also how I feel about it. I want that feeling that I have to come across in the painting that I do. So some flowers are very vibrant and joyful, like the red zinnia that I painted, but the flowers that I really enjoy the most are very subtle, like white flowers or pale pink flowers, and I usually take them backlit. I only work from my own photographs, and mostly they're from my own garden, although a number of them are from Butchart Gardens or other gardens around town. And I like to get them backlit so that the light is streaming through the flower, because for me, the light captures the really spiritual quality of the flower often. And I really strive to capture the light, which in watercolor comes from the paper itself. So it's a whole different technique from other mediums where you can add white paint on top. With watercolor, you have to always be conscious of the white and save it. You have to make sure you don't get too much pigment going on top of that part, or you lose the white, and then you lose the glow, you lose the luminosity of the painting. And I love that the white comes from within the painting, because I've been meditating for almost 40 years now. And when you meditate, you go to a place within you that is full of light and joy. And to me, even in people's faces, if they have that inner joy, it comes out in their faces. So the light coming from underneath the flower in the painting was just really symbolic of the light that comes from within ourselves as human beings. So I do paint a lot of flowers that are very delicate, and I really am always aware of capturing the light on the flowers. If they're friendly flowers like daisies or lavender and they're found in clumps, then I usually paint multiples. But sometimes, depending on the nature of the flower, I'll choose a close-up of the flower. I like the flower to envelop you when you're looking at my paintings. So somebody once said, it's like I'm a bee just going into the middle of the flower. So I really like that quality too. But in something like daisies, you want to get the interaction of the flowers one with another, and sometimes the kind of dancing rhythm that they create. So I just really love the medium of watercolor. It can be challenging, but you learn how to deal with it. And by limiting my palette to a small number of very transparent colors that I really trust, I can get this sort of purity in my colors and avoid dull or muddy colors unless I really want a strong dark somewhere. So it's really all about light. And this show is called The Tangible Presence of Light because I want that feeling when someone looks at it, that they are filled with that same light and joy that I feel when I'm looking at the flowers or smelling the flowers. So I really have gotten a lot of positive feedback from the show, and I'm really happy to spread that joy, because I think we all need a little more of that in our lives.